VOSA, VOSA, a reusable and reconfigurable voice-operated support assistant chatbot platform. Joseph Wilrich Vitalo, Department of Networks, Makerere University, Kampala, Uganda, JOEWILRICH@gmail.com. Of course, this is a very important work because it's being published at a time when chatbots are defining much of the landscape concerning interactive companion robots, whether in the ones that are interactive with actual tactile interactions as well. For example, the kind of companion boats being manufactured in Japan, or the kind done by Boston Dynamics, and other such kind of boats. But here concerning companion robots that are mostly virtual, though in the case of the VOSA, you see that we have a soft robot that actually has an interface extension that allows us to see and experience some sort of non-verbal or non-textual communication coming alongside and parallel with textual and oral interactions. So this is a work by of the future professor Joseph Wilrich. He's given us other interesting ideas and their formalization, such as the DINAP, the Dynamic Nutrition Architecture Platform. Also is known to have worked on the foundations of an interesting text alternating language called T, or the text alternator, especially because of the TIDE called TTT. So this paper, VOSA, we're going to go to the abstract. Existing research shows that offering customer support in any form is a guaranteed means to boost and sustain business growth. Modern support services steadily embracing automation to improve effectiveness, support scalability, reduce costs. The most promising approaches leveraging artificial assistance in the form of chatbots and interactive support services. In this project, we employ the design science research method. It's actually in this research project to explore, then practically implement an original, reusable, reconfigurable chatbot platform for designing and delivering autonomous products, customer support services, leveraging voice interactions. Further, focus was placed on leveraging scan-to-know information access model. We especially considered uses operating mobile computers such as smartphones with active connectivity. The implemented chatbot platform was explored and evaluated in the context of two practical cases. So this is the abstract, and the keywords as expressed here, title page, include conversational agents, which deals with the field of agents that can hold two-way or multi-way or multi-time kind of interactions with the user agent. Then we have human-computer interaction, dealing with the interfaces, the mechanisms, and the formalizations around interactions between natural agents such as humans or animals, and then automatons that are mechanistic or electrical, like robots, even bionic constructs. Then question answering systems. This, of course, meaning systems dealing with prompting and feedback with answers or solutions. Could be then chatbots, which deals with the field of and software, especially systems that allow conversations to flow between the user agent and artificial intelligence or some sort of agent, neither single-time or multi-time kind of ways, with useful answers for every prompt that the user gives it. The knowledge bases dealing with corpora, with taxonomies, ontologies, knowledge graphs, but in this case especially with the kind that have been modeled after sort of topics and their answers, or terms and their answers, or in the case of the VOSA, questions and their answers, or alternate questions and their answers, or questions and alternate answers, things of that sort. And mostly, especially dealing with the serializable, or rather kind of not high-dimensional probabilistic models, such as the LLMs, but rather with kind of small models that could be just graphs, questions and answers, which is the digital voice assistants, which is to deal with digital interfaces, systems that allow interaction in a natural way, such especially via voice or orally. Well, not exclusively, but maybe in addition to other interfaces as well. So that's there is the introduction of the paper. That's truly groundbreaking. And we see here in the introduction, take us through the background. Not all users of a product or consumers of a service immediately understand fully, exploit fully the product, service at their disposal. Even with extensive experience or familiarity with the concerned product or service. This observation is based on the fact that not all the necessary information about the product or service is immediately accessible to the user of the product or consumer of service when it is needed. This is referred to as an information deficiency problem, abbreviated IDP in this research. An IDP could arise during emergencies, critical or urgent business operations, and services. Such information deficiencies could traditionally be remedied by having the user of a product or service or consumer of service consult domain expert, product manual, a customer support agent, or any available documentation on the product or service. Conventionally, especially for products, such consultation is called after-sales service, abbreviated ASS. And for services, typically called customer support service, just like CSS. In the absence of an ASS or CSS, human agent, the most natural alternative is the consultation, printed, written product or service documentation. Such a need might arise in a situation where a user engages the product away from its manufacturer, product support team. Some products, lucky they have support teams, or such as Menuza Bytes, LPS scanners, have a part of lava. QR code you scan, maybe VOSA, and then talk to it and ask it, hey, I want multicolored LP scan, how much does it cost? Then it will tell you the price, or whether it's on stock or not. Such stuff. So the paper goes on. The next section talks about a hypothetical support system scenario where we are taken away from Earth or to a rather a cosmic environment. Could be on Earth, could be wherever, could be here. So you have someone operating a sophisticated piece of machinery. Imagine you've been walking in Antarctica for months, looking for a means to travel to another continent without any success, and then suddenly you come across an abandoned ship that used to belong maybe to members of a scientific expedition. It's a kind of craft maybe which would lift you out of Antarctica to the middle of London or somewhere in the Balkans within just minutes, if you knew how to operate it. So this is very courageous or exhausted expeditioner has only mobile computer with them. So this mobile computer then could help them to figure out things about this craft. Then it could help them unlock information or things like that that could guide them on how to get into or take access of the craft and then how to operate it or command it. So things of that sort. So in this case, we are seeing the scenario being described. It's more like sci-fi, but very realistic, or kind of like a thought experiment kind of scenario. The next section then talks about how such IDPs could be remedied. So it describes the solution, which probably the European Space Agency or the National Aeronautical Space Agency or other space agencies especially might really love to look into and adopt. This is 21st century technology, but which is not so far-fetched. It's already able to do what we're talking about here, even with the cheapest of hardware. So then we see the proposed VOSA solution, which section I'll read through. It's on page 4. The proposed VOSA solution. VOSA solution. This support assistant could be in the form of an information reference and lookup booklet, or as is proposed in this paper, as an automaton, either embodied as a standalone physical robot with voice interaction capabilities, or as a voice-operated support assistant, VOSA, running on the researcher's mobile computer, for example. In the case where the support assistant is VOSA, on a mobile computer, the researcher could proceed about their ETA troubleshooting operation IDP solution tasks. So the ETA, the IITA is described in the previous, or introduced in the previous section. First of all, the researcher naturally informs VOSA about the observed malfunction in the ETA, or could merely report observed ETA error state, say as read of ETA interface during the problematic operation interaction. The VOSA then could analyze the researcher's utterances, or the operator's utterances, extract relevant cues out the information lookup request. Using these, together with the knowledge model VOSA has access to, finally identify which particular information is needed by the researcher to solve the problem. So basically, the VOSA could actually serve well as knowledge implementation technology, even for advanced or elite users, such as scientific researchers out on expeditions or exploring new environments or communities or merchandise or products or technologies or things of that sort. It can help fill the information gaps very quickly. Then number 3, the VOSA would then compile and report the solution back to them. So after someone has asked it a question, what time is it? VOSA will recognize that the person is asking about a known question, and perhaps will know how to compute, or rather arrive or resolve to an answer which then it speaks back to them. The user doesn't have to actually type or something like that, like most other chatbots. They can just talk to the robot and it's free at a distance. We'll see something like that right about now. Hello? So if you're interacting with these, some of that, when you back to you now, you'll be like but where I'm from. All right, catch you later. So that's very interesting, an interesting exploration, yes, of the VOSA in practice. And you see, it can be very interesting because you could use it alongside other audio stream services like your media players or your other, interaction software, and it works well. So you'll find the next section talks about the literature, and I'll just read the introduction that says, this chapter treats of the matter existing literature, research, and formal ideas relating to the VOSA concept and technology as expressed in this paper. However, for most of the detailed treatment of this subject, Lutallo's thesis on VOSA, which is cited as reference item number 4 in this manuscript, serves as the best starting point for those interested. So go ahead and read the paper, enjoy it, apply it, and please cite it. Don't forget, JWL has been contributing to academia, to the industry for several years now, especially based at Makere and also at New Jersey, the ICT Research Lab, the Media Lab, and the Esoteric School. But it's just kind of unfortunate that up to now he hasn't been formally recognized widely across academia, and also his aspirations, which we know about, Professor J.W. Well, mostly things that have yet to be manifested. So go on and read and support these young minds, creatives from Africa, working and fighting to advance and secure the best future for Africa and for humanity. Great stuff, and most likely you'll find it on J.W. Wells' online writing portfolio, which is at chwezi.tech. But also on Telegram in the t.me/www.rite, which is www.write. We find most of his other works, including novels, art, and some creepy stuff. Alright, catch you guys. Love you, and please don't hesitate to subscribe and continue to explore the universe. Greetings to Makere University, to Cambridge, MIT, and to Microsoft, and interesting other partners that you can find more about, especially through JWL's website at newchwezi.com. Greetings and have a lovely rest of the evening.